Hey everybody, this is Brannen from Sparksmith, helping you see and be seen. Welcome to this week's live stream edition. Appreciate you tuning in. Got a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. We do have our tow mirrors back in stock. We just got a big shipment of the black textured tow mirrors with the white running lights and the amber sequential turn built into them. So we've got those in stock if that's what you're looking for. We are hoping by the end of the week, according to tracking, we are going to have at least 4 sets of the Cat Eye Silverado full LED headlights in stock. So if you've been waiting on those are coming soon. We have more on the way. I've got another 16 sets coming. And there's just going to take a little bit longer, just trying to get the best deal I can on shipping and all that. So the full LED cat eye headlights will be coming in soon. I know some people have been waiting on those and asking about those, so we should have them in the not too distant future. What else? So I believe it was 2 weeks ago now, I had a white Bronco Raptor here in the shop to get a bumper put on it, and it was, I'm going to forget the name of the company that makes the bumper. Really nice bumper. But anyway, I had a question here. I'll get to that in just a sec. So the Bronco came in. It was here for an extra day, and so I took the time. Actually happened to have a cancellation, which ended up being a good thing because I was able to make a plug-and-play kit for the new Broncos. We have these 14-inch grille bars, and if you're familiar with the new Bronco, when you look at the grill, in the bottom part in the center, there's kind of an opening there, and 2 of these 14-inch bars fit absolutely perfect in that little slot. So I made some brackets where you can literally just I'll have some like self-drilling screws that'll go into the plastic and just sit right there, and then it has a plug-and-play harness. So one end goes into the factory connector, the other end goes into the back of the headlight, and then you take the wires that we have added, and it will just be a little wire like this, 3-pin JST connector that will go into the 3-pin that we've put onto the grill bar. Plug it in, you're done. So if you've got a Bronco and you would like to put some grill bars in it, we have these available on the website, sparksmith.com, and they're available in white, amber, or switchback, whichever one you'd like. And actually, the white and the amber options I made my own little kind of proprietary design harness here that allows it to be a single color for both the running light and the turn signal. Pretty proud of this little guy. It's kind of a neat thing. I won't get into it. It's kind of boring, but having this does allow you to have our grill bars run as a single color for both parking light and turn signal, or running light and turn signal, whatever the case may be. So anyways, that's kind of the latest on my plug and play setups. We had a gentleman email us, in fact, just this morning about a set for his 2024 F-150, and he's got those headlights that have the amber running light right in the middle of it, and then there's a grill with, lo and behold, a little gap right in the middle that looks like it's perfect for the 14-inch bars. So if we can work up a plan for those, I'm going to have a very similar thing where we'll have a headlight adapter and a JST coming off of it and a JST on the bars, and it'll just plug in and you're done. Super simple setup, because you know what, life's hard enough as it is. So just trying to do something that maybe will make things a little easier, make this stuff a little more accessible. If you don't enjoy getting into cutting and splicing wiring, cutting up your factory harness, stuff like that, we're trying to make these easy plug-and-play kits that you can, pop the hood on a Saturday and just kind of get some really cool lighting on the front of your truck, car, or whatever the case may be. So if you've got one that you'd like to see us do a plug-and-play kit for, let us know. You can always email support@sparksmith.com. You can message us. I will say DMs on social media do not get replied to as quickly as an email does. It's just emails stay more top of mind for me. Jenna and I try to keep close track of all the comments and all the emails and all the messages and message requests and things like that. Sometimes things just get lost in the shuffle. So if you don't hear back from us, give me a little grace on that, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So anyway, what else was I going to talk about? I built a set of headlights, and let's see, Brendan 5.3 ordered new plugs and then tapped into the bars. Then same with all the wiring, so it's kind of plug and play. Yeah, good job, man. Excellent. And if you like doing the DIY stuff, we've got things for that too. Let's see, Brian asked earlier, before I forget about it, are you guys going to make an LED emblem for the 01 to 07 Chevy Silverado? Yes. So that actually reminds me, I had a pen. I'll write it down right now, so don't forget. I need to follow up with, I had a gentleman based in Texas that called me kind of out of the blue, and sorry, I'm going to write this down before I forget, because if I don't, I will. And it never happened. Texas badge maker. So, fellow in Texas that 3D prints and finishes out his 3D prints custom badges to go on vehicles. He does a lot of like Toyota stuff. I think it was Toyota or Nissan. Anyway, I was looking at his products and they look great. And he takes a lot of them and then fits LEDs in there, makes custom lenses, and it's all like one-off bespoke kind of stuff. But I talked with him about. He was calling to see if he could buy just the strips, which we can't sell those. It's just not where we're at right now. But I was like, man, maybe we could find a way to collaborate, because this would be cool, especially if you could make us some bow tie badges that had our animated startup strips inside them. It would open up all kinds of possibilities for that stuff. So he said he was going to email me, and I'm sure he's like any other entrepreneur where he's just, just a million different things. So I will follow up with him. Thank you for reminding me. But yes, I am working on getting a light up badge for the GMT 800 Chevrolets. Let's see. LTX DeWalk says, love your products. Just found out about you guys a month back. Salute to you, man. I'll be shopping with you soon. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. We're out here trying. You know what I mean? It's things are good though. Things are all right. Let's see, Brannen 5.3. Looking forward to that because I'm looking for a light up one for the 14 to 18. Okay. Yeah. So on the badges, and I know it sucks because like it seems like they change with or they do change with almost every generation, and sometimes within a generation of truck or car or whatever, they'll modify it just a little bit, and then it's a little bit different, and so you have to make a whole new design. And when you're talking about a physical thing like that made of usually plastic or something, you could mass produce them, but you're talking about machining and tooling costs and things like that, and every time I've looked into that, you get into like $10,000-$20,000 is a kind of bare minimum of just the tooling cost. Now that doesn't include the minimum order quantities of 200, 300, 400 of these things that you have to buy. And for a small company like me, it's me and 2 other people here, and like I just don't have the pockets to do that kind of stuff. So it's not that I don't want to, it's just kind of inaccessible for somebody that has a business my size. But I'm looking into the possibility of doing it with this 3D printed method, and try to make something that's accessible for everybody. Yeah, so working on it. Let's see. We had a post on TikTok and Instagram just the other day. It might have been a week ago now because I'm old and I don't remember. But it was a set of custom cat eye headlights that we had made for a customer. Emailed and was like, he was looking for a very specific look. He wanted both the lower and the upper assemblies to both have a DRL that kind of went up and out. And we started looking around, and there's really not a complete set that exists like that out there that has, not that's worth a crap, that has, a DRL on the bottom, kind of like our lower assemblies. If I had one right here, I'd show you. The lower assembly that goes up and out, and then on the top one, it kind of has that same eyebrow look to it. So what we did was we found a set of headlights that did a similar shape, and we used the lower assemblies that we offer to get that kind of up and out shape for all 4 assemblies, and paint matched them white and put our animated strips in there. Came out really slick. And Jenna was just going through our social media folder and picking up stuff that, like, hey, here's something Brannen recorded, we'll just put this up there. It's like a 30-second clip, and it absolutely blew up. I've never seen one do this before, but we've been getting a lot of people asking about these custom headlights. So I wanted to address that just in case anybody's out there listening and watching. If you're wondering about those white headlights that had the animated startup that we posted very recently, they were ordered by a gentleman named Lawson Hartley, and if you want to check out his page, he's on TikTok and Instagram, and I got it pulled up here just so I could show you guys. It's Pearly LLY is his username, and I don't know if this will work. Doing a screen of a screen, and I don't know if it's backwards. If it is, it's spelled Pearl with Pearlly _LLY. So the 2 LLYs is important because there's another one out there that's Pearly with 1 L, and it's a different account. But anyways, Pearly with 2 L's _LLY. If you want to check him out, he's got some really cool content on there. The truck is beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's I like what he's done with it. And anyways, so we all have Mr. Hartley to thank that this kind of product exists. So if you guys want to go check him out, please do. And if you're interested in getting a similar setup for yourself, you can always email support@sparksmith.com, as many of you have done, and we can get you kind of an estimate on how to get started with that kind of stuff. So I like doing the custom builds. It's always interesting to me to find some new thing to do, some new build to get into. So yeah, happy to do that. Just like I said, email support, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Let's see. I think that's about it. Yeah, those headlights, like that post, it's funny how there was pretty minimal effort put into the post, and those always seem to be the ones that do the absolute best. Be that as it may, I've got some more content I'm going to record this week. I'm going to have some tutorials put up on YouTube that show you how to build your own relay harness, and reasons why you would build your relay harness, and tips on how to build it so that it's a rock solid, reliable, truly waterproof, corrosion proof harness that will work for whatever your application is. So watch out for some new tutorials to be dropping on YouTube. I just recorded some stuff on, we had a Cadillac come in that had a headlight leak, and it caused a ton of corrosion in the plug that plugged into the bottom of the headlight. And so Jenna is working on that one today, actually, to hopefully get it posted here pretty soon. Just a quick, here's a plug. It's full of corrosion and rust and gunk. Here's how to take it apart and clean it and put it back together, because most of those multi-pin plugs, 8, 10, 12, 16 pins or whatever, you can take them apart if you have a small enough screwdriver, and you can actually take each individual wire out and clean up the entire thing and make it serviceable again. So it can be done. I recorded just a short couple of things about how to kind of get started on that stuff, so I thought it was interesting, and hopefully somebody else will find it useful as well. Last thing I have on my list, unless anybody has any questions, I am hoping to do a podcast here pretty soon with Mr. Jason Hines. If you're not familiar with him, he is the one responsible for the Useless Meet up in Lafayette, Indiana, that I was fortunate enough to be able to go and attend a couple of weeks ago. Great show, great people, a lot of really good stuff happening up there. It's a really good cause, and I wanted to talk with Jason about what it takes to put the show on, why they do the show in the first place. It's a charitable cause, and what his plans are for the future of it, where is he going to go with it, all that kind of stuff. So I spoke with him just, I think, yesterday, just kind of following up, and so he and I are going to try to get together and do a little podcast talking about the show and where it came from and all that kind of stuff. So it should be an interesting an interesting watch when it's all said and done. So anyway, that's pretty much the latest on the happenings here at Sparksmith. So Mr. Lawson just joined us. This customer has been around for a while now. He always brings me some interesting stuff. He had a Porsche 911 that had lifted and had some off-road tires on it. Really cool car, and we put some off-road lights on it. And anyways, he had some interesting things I've gotten to work on. And his latest acquisition is a early to mid 90s Volvo station wagon that we're going to put some lights on. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be a cool project. So we'll have that popping up on social media in the not too terribly distant future. That's about it for now. So thank you so much again for joining in. I hope I've answered all your questions. If you got any others, feel free to email support@sparksmith.com. Always happy to address that. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time.